And our last email of the day comes to us from the Nerd Zone. Like I said, Nerd Zone sent us a long list of things to talk about. In this particular email, Nerd Zone says, people want Marvel Zombie series after the Marvel Zombie episode in What If. By the way, best Marvel thing I've ever seen. It was fun. It was great. It wasn't a perfect episode. There's a lot of holes in that episode. But here's the thing. It was fun. A lot of people have been talking about, both online and in person, about, meh, this Marvel What If show isn't what I thought it was going to. Chill out, you guys. Chill out. Marvel's What If on Disney Plus, while yes, contained within the MCU multiverse, I guess, as canon, what did we expect? What did we expect? This is a fun romp. It's called What If? What if this? Now, yeah, granted, there's some episodes that I'm not a huge fan of, like the T'Challa Guardians of the Galaxy episode. Wasn't for me. For other people, it's their favorite episode. Great. Wasn't for me. But each episode is just a different adventure. And I understand, like I'm preaching to the choir. I'm describing something that everybody knows what it is that I'm describing. But I don't feel like the What If series was designed or meant to be like this over the top, like, oh my goodness, I can't, oh, it's changing the world. Like, it's not going to be this over the top, incredible show that changes everything. It's just for fun. It's just, hey, let's just do something silly. Let's just do something for fun. And the Marvel Zombies episode, not the least of which is it was just fun. It was just fun, you know. Anyway, so we can hash this out to death. But with the emergence of Marvel's What If Zombies, it kind of brings into question a little bit, is there going to be a movie? Like, is there going to be a movie? And it doesn't help the rumor mill at all that Mr. Mark Miller, that's right, Mark Miller. If you're familiar with Mark Miller, longtime Marvel Comics writer. Mark Miller was the guy who wrote Civil War, like that eventually inspired the movie Captain America: Civil War. He wrote the comic, amongst many other comics. I believe, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but did he not also write Injustice for DC? Correct me on that, please. But yeah, I mean, Mark Miller is an incredibly prolific writer. He knows what he's talking about. He's been with Marvel and, you know, DC. He's been writing comics for ages. So in a recent newsletter that he sends out to fans, I assume monthly. I don't subscribe to his newsletter, but in a very recent newsletter of his that he sent out to his fans, he included a little quote right here. So let's just Miller wrote the original Civil War story, and in a recent newsletter wrote, if my sources are correct, a little live-action Marvel Zombies further down the line. But you never heard that from me. Okay. So what does this mean? Like, we don't know who his sources are. I don't even really know. Like I do know why he would say that, just to, like, spawn interest and kind of, like, you know, stoke the fire a little bit, right? I don't think that there's anything to talk about just yet. This is a comic book writer. I mean, this news is on the same par as when oh man, I'm forgetting the creator of Deadpool. Oh man. Why am I forgetting everybody's names today? When the creator of Deadpool takes to social media and says, oh, I have it on good authority that Deadpool 3 is going to be coming out next week, or, you know, something like that. So it's not official. It's not coming through official channels. Now, Mark Millar is a prominent figure within the Marvel family, however you want to quantify that, right? So I'm not going to say that there is zero credence to this. There very well may be. And again, we don't know who his sources are. But if this is to be trusted, if we can put any stock in this quote, in what he wrote in his newsletter to his fans, it could be really cool. I think this is something that a lot of people have wanted to see, even long before we got the Marvel What If. Long before Marvel What If. Marvel Zombies was something that I remember reading one of the series of Marvel Zombies, and there was this one. Was it the Punisher? I think the Punisher somehow like evaded the virus or whatever that infected everybody, and so Punisher was just going around like killing, these zombie heroes over and over and over again. Specifically Deadpool. So it was fun to watch Punisher. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was Punisher versus Zombie Deadpool. Maybe that was the comic that I read. But it was so fun because you can't kill Wade Wilson. He keeps regenerating. So it's fun. It's an interesting concept to see like this zombie Deadpool that just can't die, right? He keeps regenerating back into zombie form. Anyway, that like when I read that, I thought, oh my goodness. And it was right around the time that iRobot came out with Will Smith. iRobot? No. I Am Legend. Excuse me. It was right around the time that I Am Legend came out. And it was this whole like, this would be a really fun movie to see. This would be just silly and wackadoo, and I'm in. So if the MCU, if Disney would ever consider doing a live action Marvel Zombies, that would be really fun. I think people would really be into it. There would be a big audience response to it. I think positively so. I think a lot of people would be into this. Which would be a huge push for Disney to do it. The question that I have rattling around in my brain is, are they going to do it? I don't know. I don't see why they wouldn't. But at the same time, a Marvel Zombies film wouldn't necessarily fall into a type of category that Kevin Feige historically has been building towards. That being said, we're getting the multiverse very, very soon. We're going to jump into the multiverse this December in Spider-Man No Way Home. And then we'll take another romp through the multiverse in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, directed by Sam Raimi. So, I mean, maybe the introduction of the multiverse will open up for more like open world storytelling, for contained stories, for isolated stories that still tie into the MCU, but don't tie into the MCU. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it could, like, we very well could get more crazy, wackadoo, independent, like the Joker movie. The Joker movie is so good, but it doesn't tie into any of the other movies. It's just a standalone thing. But if you call it a multiverse, then it's all tied together. Anyway, you guys, you know what I'm talking about. I want to hear what your thoughts are about the idea that we might be getting a Marvel Zombie live action. And that's the thing. Mark Millar never said it was going to be a film or a television show or maybe even just like a 10-minute short. There's no description as to what this is. All he said was live action Marvel Zombies. And that's a huge rumor in and of itself. We don't know what this could be. We don't even know if it might be. But I want to hear what your thoughts are. Do you think that there is credibility here because Mark Miller is so closely tied into the Marvel family? Do you actually think that he knows what he's talking about, or do you think this is a little bit more wishful thinking? I want to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps. Hey, everybody! Thanks for watching. If you like this video, click like. If you really like this video, click subscribe. And if you really, really like this video, click share. Because that is exactly what Pee Wee Herman would want you to do. Ha ha ha!